Okay, so let's get into this. Jonathan Lemire's book, The Big Lie. It argues something pretty counterintuitive. It's not about just one big falsehood. It's more like a whole system built on literally thousands of smaller lies.
That's right. And sometimes, well, frankly, over nonsense. But all strategic, designed to shape how people think and trust.
So we've pulled out what we think are the most game-changing insights from the book. Practical stuff that could really shift how you look at political talk and, trust itself.
And it's worth remembering who Lemire is, White House bureau chief, MSNBC host. He had a front row seat. His book really tracks how these falsehoods grew step by step and the damage, well, damage to institutions and democracy.
So here's a key idea. Did you know that really big consequential lies are often built on, well, tiny ones, trivial stuff almost?
Exactly. That's the core mechanism Lemire identifies. The book talks about cognitive compliance, these small, everyday lies, like the inauguration crowd size stuff, or these claims about windmills causing cancer.
Right, those seem so out there.
They were. But the point wasn't necessarily the lie itself. It was about priming people, getting allies, supporters, used to accepting things that didn't quite add up. It lowered the bar, basically, made it easier to swallow bigger and bigger lies down the road.
Okay, like practice.
Sort of. Lemire puts it really clearly. He says, lying about the crowd size at the inauguration, that prepared and primed those around him to go along with bigger lies, none bigger than those about the election that fueled January 6th.
Oh.
Accepting the small nonsense became like a test of loyalty.
Okay, so that's the priming with small lies. But what about attacking trust itself? I mean, everything you thought about media skepticism might be wrong here. It sounds like this wasn't just healthy questioning. It was deliberate to create this bubble of exclusive trust.
That's the absolute crucial point. The strategy wasn't just question the media, no.
Yeah.
It was designed to convince supporters only to believe him, not the news, not institutions, just the one voice.
Wow. And the consequence.
Well, the book details this dangerous atmosphere that just enveloped newsrooms, journalists getting threats, being labeled enemies of the people. It became really personal really quickly.
And it was tactical, right? Just winning the moment.
Yeah, Lemire quotes Steve Bannon on this. Bannon apparently said something like, Trump would say anything, you would lie about anything to win that moment, to win whatever exchange he was having at that moment. Purely short-term gain.
Man, thinking about this kind of information warfare, it reminds me, this is Mindful Moments, our YouTube channel. We offer AI book analysis, summaries, and critiques, really aimed at inspiring reflection and, rational thought. Check us out.
Yeah, and that Bannon quote, it raises a really serious question. What actually happens when the watchdogs, the press, become the targets, especially when the public is actively told not to believe the evidence they're presenting? Where does that leave us?
Which leads to maybe the most controversial claim in the book, that denying the 2020 election wasn't just like the final lie. It was proof the whole system of lying had become something bigger, like an ideology.
Exactly. Lemire argues the big lie isn't just about that one election anymore. It's solidified. It's become, and this is a quote, a political philosophy that has only further divided the two parties. That's the lasting impact.
So that philosophy, that's what fueled January 6th and changed the whole landscape afterwards.
Precisely. The strategy basically became the identity. It wasn't just a lie, it was the way of thinking.
That's pretty sobering. The idea that these lies didn't just attack an election result, but actually forged a whole new political belief system based on, well, distrusting everything.
And think about this. If accepting small, trivial lies really does prime people for the big ones, what seemingly minor arguments or, nonsense debates happening right now might be setting the stage for the next big division. That's really how you assess if this pattern is still relevant today.
Okay, so we've laid out some core insights. The real journey is figuring out how to spot those small, maybe seemingly harmless, priming deceptions in the information you see every day.
To help you do that, we structure our content carefully. Start with our 5-minute viral moments for the key takeaways, like you've heard now. Then you can dive deeper with the in-depth analysis. After that, we offer a concise summary, and finally, a comprehensive critique to give you the full picture.
Discover genre-based book podcasts at Mindful Moments. Subscribe and nourish your mind on the go.